We begin tonight at 6 over at the State House. This is the final week of the legislative session, and now there's this debate between lawmakers about what your children should be taught in school when it comes to sexual education.
This revolves around a bill that started in the Indiana Senate. Our reporter Emily Longnecker is here to explain what's at the center of this debate. Emily.
Yeah, the bill is Senate Bill 442, and at the center of the debate is the issue of consent. Now, some lawmakers think if kids are going to learn about sex in school, they should be required to learn about consent, their right to say yes or no to sex. But the bill's author does not think that consent should be a required topic.
The school boards could choose whether to do that or not. But that still can happen. It's just not we're not going to require it in this bill.
That's what the bill's author, Republican State Senator Gary Byrne, told lawmakers discussing changes to the bill in conference committee this week. What Byrne is okay with requiring that school districts publish on their website what materials they plan to use to teach students about sex. Also in the bill, school boards would be required to approve the curriculum, which must include showing students a video of an ultrasound during pregnancy showing human development. Other lawmakers questioned Byrne about how watching a video showing the stages of pregnancy could be required without also requiring kids to learn about giving consent to the act that can lead to pregnancy.
For the consent, it protects both boy and girl, man and woman. We are talking about teenagers that sometimes don't learn that they can say no. So to me, this is just we're protecting our youth.
Democratic State Representative Tanya Paff teaches high school. She's the lawmaker who added the consent language to SB 442 when the bill came to the House. Byrne told the committee lessons about consent could still be included, but it should be up to school boards to decide that.
This is a sensitive subject for many. I believe it may be different thoughts in different communities.
Senator, I just had a simple question. Can you identify those localities where it's a problem to talk about consent? Because I'd like to know.
Advocates who work on preventing sexual assault and violence had similar questions about removing consent from the bill.
I heard the author of the bill say that this was controversial. And I cannot, for my life, understand how it is controversial to talk to young people about consent and why it's important. I'm at a loss.
According to the Indiana Department of Health, a 2023 youth risk behavior study showed that almost 12% of Hoosier high schoolers were forced into sex, even after saying no. 14% said they'd experienced sexual violence. According to the U.S. Department of Education, from 2017 to 2018, Indiana ranked 10th highest in the country for sexual assaults among public high school students. For some lawmakers, statistics like that beg the question.
Why wouldn't we teach about consent? I just still don't get it.
We reached out to Senator Byrne's office for clarification on some of the comments he made during conference committee. We did not hear back. Now, a conference committee report still needs to be sent to both the House and Senate, and both of those chambers would have to approve that report before it is then sent to the governor for his decision. Representative Paff told me that she plans to speak on the floor about that consent language being removed. At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.